Jerry of the Circus.
Well, here the police are now. As soon as they take you in hand, your days with the circus will be all over.
What are you going to tell them, Jason?
Jerry, you leave that to me.
Right in here, men.
Oh, there he is, Riley.
Hey, that's him.
There's your prisoners, them two standing there.
All right, Riley, put the handcuffs on him.
Right.
What's the charge, Mr. Platt? The report that came in said something about robbery.
That's right. Those two were going through that trunk there. You see how that stuff is spread all over the floor?
There, I guess you won't be up to any monkey business with those bracelets, son.
You're pretty young to be starting in the business of trying to beat the law, son.
I didn't do anything.
No, of course not. You just broke into this barn to keep out of the cold.
Leave the boy go, officer. He really didn't have anything to do with this.
You'll both come down to the station and talk this over with the captain. Come on, let's get going.
You want to ride along with us, Mr. Platt? We've got room for you.
No, I'm sorry, man, but I've got to get on back to the railroad station.
But you have to come down to headquarters with us, sir. You'll have to swear out a complaint against these two.
A complaint? What for? Why, you can see
It's just a formality, Mr. Platt, but it's got to be done.
I don't like the idea. But I'll go along with you.
Officer,
What do you want?
can you wait just a second, please? Jerry, what's your friend's name? Well, that boy over there.
You mean Tom?
Yeah, that's it. Tom,
Yes, sir?
will you do Jerry and me a favor?
Yes, sir. What is it?
Phone Mr. Randall at the Continental Hotel and tell him to come right down here to police headquarters. Will you do that?
Sure I will.
Well, come on. What are we waiting for?
Hey, what did you tell Tom to call Mr. Randall for?
Well, I thought it might be a good idea, Jerry, to have him there to vouch for us.
It's a shame honest folks have to be bothered with a lot of crooks this way.
Do you want me to go with you, Mr. Platt?
No, you go back to bed, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Hop in the back seat there. Come on, get a move on you.
All
You
right.
can ride up in the front with me, Mr. Platt.
You know, it was just by accident that we caught these thieves. I sent the kid that works for me out to the barn to fetch my tools for me, and he saw a light out there.
That was lucky.
Lucky, I should say it was. If we didn't catch them, they might have taken everything in the barn, left it empty.
Did you frisk those two, Riley?
Yep, they ain't got nothing on them.
Yeah, we got them just in time.
Driving too fast for you, Mr.
Yeah,
Platt?
I'm anxious to get this over with. And the sooner they get tried and sentenced to jail, the better I'll like it. I never did trust circus people. They're a foxy lot.
Are they with the circus?
Why, sure. That kid was up to my place yesterday. He bought an old vest off of me, a fancy one.
What on earth would he be wanting with a fancy vest?
He said one of the clowns wanted it for his get-up. But I can see it all now. That was just an excuse to get a layout of my place so that he'd get his partner here and come out and do some stealing.
I wouldn't be talking like that if I were you, Mr. Platt.
Oh, you wouldn't, huh? Well, you're not me, young fellow. If you were, you wouldn't be in trouble. Honest folks don't have to run in with police.
Honest folks.
Pipe down, kid.
I never said anything.
Well, how long do you figure it'll take me to sign that complaint and get back to work? I don't like to stay away from the baggage room long at this time of night. There's a train due in an hour.
Won't take but a few minutes, Mr. Platt. You'll be back on your job in just a little while now. There's headquarters right ahead of us now.
You fellas sure go flying in these cars.
Have to, Mr. Platt. Sometimes the difference between a catch and a getaway is only a few seconds. Well, here we are.
All right. Come on, pile out.
Captain Thomas? This is Mr. Platt.
Howdy, Captain.
Platt? Platt? Oh, yes. Why, sure, I remember you, Mr. Platt, from down at the railroad station. You and I had some dealings some 4.5 years ago, and one of your men down at the station held up a mail car.
Yeah, that's right, Captain. And tonight I got a couple more tough customers.
This fella and the kid here were prowling around in Mr. Platt's barn.
Find anything on them?
No, sir, they didn't get away with anything.
Well, then I guess we'll put a vagrancy charge on them.
Vagrancy? Why, they're thieves.
They didn't steal anything.
Only because they were caught in time. They were going through my trunk when I broke in on them.
And so? Well, then we'll put a suspicion of robbery on the ticket, too. What's your name?
Jason, I'm with Randall Circus.
Jason, the wild animal trainer?
Yes, sir.
That's a good one. The best I ever heard, Captain.
If you're an animal trainer, I'm king of the highway and islands.
Riley.
Yes, sir.
Here you are, Mr. Platt. Just sign this. Here at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll be glad to. There you are, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
May I have a word, Captain, before Mr. Platt goes?
Go ahead.
Captain Thomas, I want you to arrest Stephen Platt.
What?
What for?
In connection with an old case. holding up and robbing the United States mail.
Say, what is this?
What are you talking about?
I think that Stephen Platt is responsible for a robbery that took place over 4 years ago. Another man has gone to the penitentiary for that crime, but...
This guy is crazy,
Look
Captain.
here, Jason. You can't get out of a scrape by falsely accusing a man
Who's proved himself to be a good citizen. Why, the whole thing is ridiculous. Am I free to get back to my work now, Captain?
You'll just give me a chance, Captain. I'll bet I can prove what I've said.
And I'll bet he can, too.
That'll do. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Platt. I've heard enough of this nonsense. If I need you further, I'll get in touch with you at the station.
Yeah, thank you, Captain. Good night.
You're making a mistake, Captain.
That'll do. Good night, Mr. Platt.
But honest, we're just...
Quiet.
But we're just sure we can prove he's back of that robbery. If you'll just give us a chance.
Keep quiet, kid. The captain doesn't want to hear from you.
Shall we lock him up, Captain?
Yeah, take him away.
Come on, let's go.
Jason, Jerry,
Mr. Randall, gee, you got here just in time.
what kind of a scrape have you two gotten into?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
My name is Sam Randall. I'm the owner of Randall Brothers Circus.
Oh, well, I'm Captain Thomas, Mr. Randall.
How do you do?
What do you know about these two?
Why, these are my people, Captain. They work for me. Now, what's the charge, or what are you holding them for?
Suspicion of robbery, for one thing. They were caught prowling around in a barn, Mr. Platt's barn.
What?
Oh, I can explain the whole thing, Mr. Randall, if they'd just let me talk.
Well, go ahead and talk.
Jerry and I were out there digging up some evidence. That is, Jerry, got some evidence yesterday, and we went back out there tonight to get more.
Oh, evidence about what?
Well, I got the red sweater yesterday. The one that disappeared when Spike was on trial.
What on earth are you two talking about?
What's that about a red sweater?
I found it in Mr. Platt's trunk.
Say, come to think of it, that mail robbery case hung on a red sweater. I wonder if there can be something to your story after all.
Believe me, Captain Thomas, you're making a mistake letting Platt get away. I located a false bottom to that trunk of his. I was just about to open it when he came in. Captain, I wouldn't be surprised if those missing bonds were in that trunk.
Missing bonds? Say, that's right. They never were accounted for. You say there's a false bottom to the trunk?
Yes, sir. We're sure of it.
Well, let's get out to Platt's house right away and see what we can find. This looks like a case.
If we're not too late.
Come on. Terry, you come with us.
Yes,
Riley,
sir.
you stay here.
Yes, sir.
Captain, I guess I better come along, too.
Yes, Mr. Randall, if you will.
I sure hope we're not too late.
Do you think we should go to see if Platt's over at the railroad station first?
No, I don't think so. Well, we'll go right out to his place first and check on that trunk story. Where is his place?
Right out Elm Street, Captain.
You remember Spike, Mr. Randall?
Spike?
Yeah, the fellow Johnny Bradley turned in.
Oh, yes.
Well, this is where the robbery was, here in Hansburg.
Uh-huh.
And I promised Spike I'd see what I could do about finding out something for him.
Spike told Jerry he was framed and gave him some of the particulars.
I remember the case very well now. The man that was sent up for the job didn't have any defense, but still there was some doubt as to his guilt.
He didn't hold up that train, Captain. I just know he didn't do it.
What makes you so sure, Jerry?
Well, he just isn't that kind of a person, Mr. Randall.
You can't always tell a man by the way he looks and acts, Jerry.
But if we find those missing bonds in that trunk, it'll prove Spike didn't take them.
If we find them.
What do you mean, Jason?
I'm afraid Platt is on to us.
You mean you think he might have come out here and taken the bonds from the trunk?
Yes, Captain, that's exactly what I think. He was in an awful hurry to get out when I asked that you arrest him.
There's the place, right up at the end of this street.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Guess Tom went back to sleep. There's no light on in the house.
Tom. Is that the boy that called me?
Uh-huh. He works for Mr. Platt.
Well, come on, let's get into that barn and see what we can find.
I sure hope we find those bonds.
You're pretty much set on clearing this up, aren't you, Jerry?
You bet I am.
Help me with this door, Terry.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Now, come on. That's got it. Flash the light of yours around, will you?
Yes, sir.
Look,
What?
put your light over there in that trunk, officer.
Yeah.
The false bottom has been opened.
Didn't you leave that trunk the way it is now?
Well, no, sir. We couldn't open the false bottom. We thought we'd just found the way it opened when Mr. Platt came in.
Well, let's have a look here.
Yeah, there's nothing in it.
Hey, wait a second. Put the light down here on the side. No, inside at the bottom. Right here in the corner. See that piece of paper?
Here, let me have a look.
It got caught on that little nail there.
Say,
What is it, Captain?
this may be a piece of one of those missing bonds. It has the last part of a serial number printed on it, see? Say, this is luck.
I was right. Platt's been out here and taken those bonds.
Well, it looks that way, all right.
Captain,
Yes, Terry?
here's a cigar I found over by the door. Yeah, it's still warm. And it's still got the band on it.
Platt was smoking a cigar at headquarters. I took special notice of it because he was smoking my brand, a Carlo Ray.
This is a Carlo Ray.
Well, then that cinches it. Platt's been here and taken those bonds. Let's get to a phone quick. I'll have every highway watched. He won't get far.
There's a phone in the house, Captain.
Good. Come on, we've no time to lose. Well, I guess I owe you two an apology. But I hear so many stories by people that are picked up, I can't take much stock in them.
Oh, that's all right, Captain. I guess we did look guilty. After all, we were caught going through that trunk.
Oh, say, have you got that red sweater you were talking about, son?
Yes, sir. It's in our dressing wagon back at the circus.
Good, good. I'll be needing that for evidence, along with this torn piece of paper.
Tom? Tom? Guess he's asleep.
Good.
But the door's open.
Oh. Well, where's the phone now? We've got no time to lose.
Right over there.
Oh, yes, yes. Hello. Police headquarters, operator, in a hurry. Hello. Hello. Captain Thomas speaking. Now get this. Have the Highway Patrol notified throughout the state to pick up a Stephen Platt, P-L-A-T-T. American, dark, thin, 135 pounds, 5 feet 7. Yeah, that's right. Notify all cars and motorcycles to be on the lookout. We've got to get this man.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Well, Rags, old fella, what's the hurry?
Bob! Oh, Bob!
Well, Jerry, what's all exciting?
Hey, look. I just got the morning paper, and it's all about Platt. Headlines all over the front page.
You don't say.
Yeah, they got him. It says right here in the paper that the police caught him last night.
No, you don't say. Here, let's have a look at that paper.
Yeah, here. Read it. Quiet, Rags.
Well, I declare.
Read it out loud, Bumps. I didn't get a chance to finish. I was in such a hurry to let you see
Well,
it.
let's just sit down here on these steps.
Okay. Come on, Rags. Lie down and be quiet.
Now, it says, carrying several $1,000s in negotiable securities, alleged to have been stolen in a sensational mail robbery 4 years ago, Stephen Platt, for the past 8 years baggage master of the Hansburg Railway Station of the LM&O lines, was apprehended and arrested by deputy sheriffs as he was about to board a southbound freight train late last night at Garden Junction.
Gee, he might have gotten away. Say, it's lucky the police got there in time.
And the law has to work fast, Jerry.
Go on. What else does it say?
Let's see. Platt is being held at the Hansburg police station under $20,000 cash bail, pending trial.
Serves him right.
Then it goes on to tell about the robbery.
Yeah, the one they're keeping Spike in jail for.
Now, wait a minute, Jerry. Now, listen to this. Detective work done by 2 members of Randall's Circus, now playing Hansburg, is largely responsible for the apprehension of Stephen Platt. This new evidence, brought to light by these amateur sleuths...
But that's us, Jason and me.
Yes, will no doubt be instrumental in releasing Max Peters, who is now serving a 20-year sentence for this same mail robbery.
Well, that's Spike, Bump. Aw, gee, we've really helped him.
It certainly looks like it, Jerry. Now, wait till I finish this now. A speedy retrial of the case is assured by presiding Judge Leroy. Well, Jerry, looks like they caught Platt red-handed this time.
Yeah. Now it's...
Now what? Seems like you ought to be mighty pleased.
Oh, of course I am as far as Spike's concerned.
What's gotten into you? Here you were all excited, and then all of a sudden you act like a punctured balloon. Is there something wrong?
I was just thinking.
Oh, well, it shouldn't have hurt that much.
No, but this is serious. It's about Tom.
Well, what about it?
Oh, what'll he do now? Where'll he go?
Well, how do you mean, Jerry?
Well, he hasn't got any money at all. Well, honest, Bumps, he's about as bad off as I was before I joined out with this circus.
Well, hasn't he got any folks?
Oh, I guess I didn't have a chance to tell you much about Tom. What with all the excitement and
Oh,
all.
I should say not. You've been busier than a cat with 9 kittens since we reached Hansburg.
Yeah, I know. Well, you see, Bumps, Tom's got a dad, but he doesn't know where he is.
Oh, that's funny.
It sure is. His dad left Tom quite a while ago with Platt. Then all of a sudden, he stopped writing. Well, Tom's been working for his keep ever since.
When did he last hear from his father?
A long time back. I don't know exactly.
Where was his dad then?
In Fordham, I think. But, of course, there's no knowing where he is now.
Oh, it doesn't sound natural for a man to just stop writing to his own son with no explanation at all.
And the worst of it is that Tom hasn't got a penny.
Well, I take it Platt never paid him for his work then.
No, I'll say he didn't. He was awful mean to Tom, too. Made him work hard and everything.
It seems like the circus plays Fordham, Jerry.
Yeah, I know, but I don't see how that'll help Tom. Unless... Say, of course, I might be able to try and find his dad when we get there.
But if Tom hasn't a job or anything, he's likely to get pretty hungry by that time.
Yeah, that's the trouble. If only... I wonder.
What, Jerry?
Oh, I wonder if there'd be any chance of Tom going along with the circus until we get to Fordham.
Well, no,
Well,
I
he
don't
could
know.
work for his keep. He's an awful good worker, Bumps. Do you think there's a chance?
Well, it's an idea, all right. Of course, Mr. Randall's the boss around here.
Yeah, he's been so swell to me, I kind of hate to ask any more favors, but... Well, Tom's really in a spot... and-
Can't do any harm to ask. He can't do any more than say no.
That's right. And besides, I just got to try and do something for Tom. He said he'd come over this morning and say goodbye. See, listen, Bumps.
Yes, Jerry?
I'm going to run over now and see Mr. Randall. If Tom gets here before I get back, make him wait for me.
Of course I will, Jerry.
Wouldn't it be great if I... Hey, come on, Rags. We got to hurry. Hey, wait a minute. Here he comes now.
Who, Mr. Randall?
Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hello there.
Hello there,
Morning,
Tom.
Bumps.
Say, Tom, you seen the papers?
Yeah, they caught him just in the nick of time, didn't they?
They sure did. I guess that's the last time Platt'll ever be mean to you.
Yeah, the police sure ought to be grateful to you, Jerry. Guess maybe they never would have caught him if it hadn't been for you.
Got any plans, Tom?
Well, how do you mean?
Figured out what you're going to do next.
What can I do?
Well, I just wanted to be sure. Will you excuse me for a minute, Tom? I got an errand. You stay here with Bumps.
Sure. There's no place I could go anyhow.
I'll be right back. I got an idea, and, well, Rags, come along, Rags, come on.
Well, good luck, Jerry. We'll be waiting.
Okay, keep your fingers crossed.
I will.
What do you say that for, Bumps?
What?
Keeping your fingers crossed.
That. It's a little secret Jerry has. Maybe he can tell you about it later. I hope so.
Oh.
Say, Tom, Jerry tells me you haven't heard from your father in a long time.
No, well, it's kind of funny, too. Because when he did write, he was always awful regular. Wrote every week.
Were you and your dad good friends?
Oh, we sure were. Say, he took me every place. Well, we were buddies.
How do you happen to leave you with Platt?
Well, you see, he got a job out of town in a place called Fordham.
I see.
Well, he couldn't take me very well at first, but he was going to send for me soon as he could.
Were he and Platt friends?
Well, we didn't know Mr. Platt very well, but when Dad got this job, Mr. Platt said I could stay with him for a while.
Until your father could send for you, huh?
Yeah, and Dad was going to send a little money now and then, but, well, I guess he just never had it to send.
And you don't know whether he's still in Fordham or not, huh?
No, but if he didn't have a job, I don't see how he could get any place else, not having any money or anything.
Well, that sounds reasonable. Well, sounds like our friend Jerry's back already.
There he comes now, with Mr. Randall.
Bumps, he's going to do it. It's all fixed.
Hello there, Bumps. Well, good morning, young man.
Morning, Mr. Randall. I hope you don't mind my being here.
Well, of course I don't mind, Tom.
I just had to say goodbye to Jerry and all, and, I...
By the way, Tom, what are you planning to do now that you aren't working for Mr. Platt?
Well, I really don't know.
Jerry tells me you've got a father in Fordham.
Well, I think I have. Well, I think he's in Fordham.
I don't suppose he knows about all this Platt mix-up.
I'm sure he doesn't. I'm afraid now he'll never know how to get in touch with me, now that Mr. Platt won't be here anymore.
Well, now, Tom, I don't suppose you'd want to join up with us until we get to Fordham, huh?
What?
I should think I might be able to find some work for you to do, so you could earn your way.
You mean it, Mr. Randall?
Isn't it wonderful?
Of course I mean it. As a matter of fact, you'll probably be able to make a couple of dollars for yourself, so you won't arrive in Fordham broke.
Gee, Mr. Randall, I can hardly believe it.
Now, I'll tell you what you two boys do. You run over to the kitchen and see if Leo can rustle up a job for Tom.
You bet we will, Mr. Randall.
Can't have a couple of boys around here with time on their hands.
Come on, Tom. I'll race you over to the mess tent.
You're on it. Well, You know how thankful I am, Mr. Randall.
All right, son.
Come on, Tom. Bet I beat you.
Bet you don't.
Oh, look at those boys run. Ah, they're nice kids, both of them.
I bet they are.
I wish I was young again.
I tell you, Bumps, you're getting to be a sentimental old man. That's what you are.
Why, Sam, what do you mean sentimental?
You didn't fool me one bit. I know perfectly well who put Jerry up to ask me to help Tom.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It was Jerry's idea.
Yeah. I know who gave it to him. You can't fool me.
Oh, yeah? Well, when it comes to that, I don't think your heart's made of stone either.
What are you talking about?
Listen, you can't fool me. Leo doesn't any more need an extra hand than I need another foot.
We won't go into that. What I really wanted to tell you was that I have to take Jerry and Jason down to the district attorney's office before we leave town.
Oh, anything serious?
Oh, no. They just got to sign some papers regarding their discoveries on this case. And here's where you come in. Jerry has to take along that red sweater he picked up in Platt's barn.
No. Why, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. It'll be one of the exhibits in the trial.
Oh, just my luck. I never get the breaks. Well, I see where I'll have to say goodbye to that nice sweater, then.
The district attorney will see you now, Mr. Randall.
Thank you, young man.
Yes, come right this way, Mr. Randall. It was nice of you to take your valuable time and accompany these people.
Oh, I'm only too glad to, Mr. Stanton.
I've had the papers all drawn up. You want to look them over before Jason and Jerry sign them?
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
So you're Jerry Dugan.
Yes, sir. Here's the sweater you told me to bring, sir.
Well, I'm mighty glad to meet you, son. Now, there are just a couple of things I want to straighten out before you leave town.
Well, I'll be glad to tell you anything I know, sir.
Good. How about this man, Spike? I understand he's a friend of yours.
He sure is. When he told me how he'd been framed, I just made up my mind I'd do everything I could to try and find out who framed him.
So you're convinced he's innocent, huh?
Of course. Well, doesn't this prove it? I mean, finding Platt with the goods and all?
Well, it may and it may not. After all, so far there's no proof that Max Peters, the man you call Spike, and Platt weren't working together.
Oh, no. It couldn't be.
Have you anything more than Spike's word for this?
Oh, no, but I'd trust Spike any time.
Isn't it possible that they were working together and then the Platt double-crossed Spike at the last minute?
But Spike just isn't that kind. Honest he isn't, Mr. Stanton.
I admire your loyalty, son. However, it's all probably will be cleared up at the trial. I just wanted to be sure you didn't have any more information. You know, to help clear your friend's good name.
No. I wish I did, but Spike didn't have the least idea who'd framed him. All I knew was that he worked for a man named Platt.
That's all you had to go on, eh?
Yes, sir. That's all.
All right, Jerry. Thank you very much. Now, if Jason and Mr. Randall have finished looking those papers over, we'll get them signed.
All right.
And that's all we have to do?
That'll be all. It's all we can do until the trial comes up.
Jerry of the Circus.
Well, all through now, Mr. Stanton?
Yes, sir. I think we covered everything pretty thoroughly.
That's good.
Well, that's all then, huh?
Yes, I think that takes care of your share. The rest will be up to the court that retries the case.
Well, then, if that's all, we'd better be getting back to the lot.
That's all, and thank you again for your cooperation.
Well, not at all.
All right.
Come on, Tom. You ready, Jerry?
Mr. Randall,
Yes, Tom?
well, I'd like to ask something.
Well, go right ahead.
Mr. Stanton,
Yes?
do you think it would be all right? Well, I mean, could I see Mr. Platt before I leave?
Well, now, I don't know. Just what do you want to see him for?
I want to ask him some questions.
Well, what about, son?
Well, about my dad. Well, I think he knows something about Dad, and, well, I'd like to find out.
I'm not so sure you'll get a reply. He's been acting very nasty, but you can try. Sergeant.
Yeah?
Take this boy back to that fellow Platt in cell 15.
Yes, sir. Come on, son.
Just go with the sergeant through that door, son.
Thank you.
We'll wait here for you, Tom.
Okay, Jerry. I won't be long, Mr. Randall.
Take your time, Tom. Right through this door, son.
This is sure a big jail, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you lock that door behind us?
Got to, son. Unless that door is locked in back of us, I can't open this next one here.
Oh.
Here we are. Platt's in the third cell on the right. You can talk to him through the bars. I'll wait here for you.
Thanks.
You can just have a couple of minutes with him.
I won't be long. Mr. Platt,
What do you want?
it's Tom, Mr. Platt.
Well, you heard me. What do you want?
Please, Mr. Platt, won't you tell me where my father is?
I don't know.
But you've had letters from him.
Go on, beat it.
Well, I'm going to Fordham, Mr. Platt. Do you think my father is there?
Maybe.
Well, is he?
He might be.
But where'll I find him there?
Well, that's not such a big place. Look for him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Platt. I mean that...
Shut up. Go on now and beat it.
Come on, lad. No use talking to him.
Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Platt.
Beat it.
Not much use trying to get anything out of that man. He's got a 20-year sentence ahead of him. He's not in such a good humor.
Well, it wouldn't hurt him to talk to me a little.
They all act like that, my boy.
This is the first time I've ever been in a jail.
Let's hope it's the last time for you.
Yeah.
Jail's a good place to stay out of. It's too bad Platt was so mean.
Did you see him, Tom?
Uh-huh.
Did you get any questions answered?
Yeah, but he was awful mean.
Well, I expected as much. You ready now?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
It's all right, son. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Randall.
Goodbye, Mr. Stanton.
Goodbye, Jason.
Bye.
Good luck, boys.
Well, come on, boys.
Should we walk back to the grounds?
Well, I haven't got much time. We'll have to hurry, 'cause I got to get a lot of vegetables ready for salads.
I think we better take a cab.
Oh, there's one, Mr. Randall.
Let me call him.
All right, go ahead, Jerry.
Taxi. Oh, taxi.
Cab, sir?
Yes, to the circus ground.
Yes, sir.
Do you like to ride in cabs, Tom?
Well, this is the very first time in my life I ever rode in one.
Oh, no fooling.
Honest.
Well, how do you like it?
Sure is keen, huh?
What did you ask Platt, Tom?
Well, I wanted to know where my father was.
Wouldn't he tell you?
No, sir. That is, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, I asked him if Dad was in Fordham, and he said maybe.
Well, I guess you'll find him there all right.
Well, let's hope so anyway.
I asked Mr. Platt where Dad was in Fordham, and he said to look for him.
Well, I think from that remark you can be sure your father is there.
Sure, you'll find him. Don't worry, Tom.
He didn't want to talk, did he? I mean, Mr. Platt.
No, he acted awful mean.
I guess he's thinking of the years ahead of him in the penitentiary. Not a very happy outlook for him.
Well, he's got it coming to him.
Yeah, you bet he has.
Do you think Spike will join up with the circus again when he gets out of jail?
Well, he might. He told you he would, didn't he?
Uh-huh. He told me that he thought circus folks were the grandest people in the world.
I think so, too.
Well, that's not far wrong. They're a pretty regular lot.
Hey, look it. They're the grounds already.
So soon?
Uh-huh.
Say, driver.
Yes, sir?
You better turn right at the next corner and go around to the back of the lot.
Yes, sir.
Why did you tell him to do that, Mr. Randall?
Well, Tom here has to get to work, and that'll let us out just about at the mess tent.
That's right.
Thanks, Mr. Randall. I don't want Leo to get mad at me.
Oh, he wouldn't say anything if you were a few minutes late, Tom.
You don't want to take any chances, though, do you, Tom?
No, sir.
Okay, boys, here we are. Hop out.
I sure got a kick out of that ride.
Yeah, here you are, driver.
Thank you.
Gee, here we are right in front of the mess tent. Come on, Tom. Let's get to work.
Okay.
All right, you boys go ahead. I want to talk to Jason here. See you later.
All right, Mr. Randall. And if you see Bumps, would you mind telling him I'm in the mess tent with Tom?
All right, Jerry.
See you later, boys.
Bye,
Okay,
Jason.
goodbye, Jason.
I guess I'd better get to work on cleaning those things for the salad, or I'll be late.
I'll help you. Where are they?
Right in here. See over there in the corner?
Oh, you mean that big pile of carrots and celery?
Uh-huh. Better take your coat off.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Roll up my sleeves, too.
Here's a knife.
Okay. Now, where do I put the stuff when I clean it?
In that big kettle there on the ground.
Hey, let's race and we'll get through faster.
Hey, that's a good idea. Ready?
Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, go.
Gee, don't go so fast. You'll cut yourself.
I'm watching, don't you worry.
Say, how do you like this kind of work, Jerry?
Oh, it's all right, but I'd sooner water the horses and help Whitey in the horse top.
Can I go along with you and help sometime?
Sure, if you get time, but you're always working the same time I am.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Oh, don't worry, though. You'll see everything there is to see around the circus before we get to Fordham.
I sure hope I find Dad there.
Oh, you will.
But what if he isn't there, Tom? What'll I do then?
Well, now listen. Don't even think about it until we get to Fordham. Your dad will be there, and we'll find him.
But maybe he moved or something.
Oh, quit thinking about it. If he moved, we'll find out where he's going to, and then you can go wherever that is. Don't worry about it. You'll find him.
And you'll help me, huh?
Of course I will.
Thanks, Jerry.
Hey, fellas, you in there?
Oh, hi, Jason. Yeah, come on in.
Well, you two look like a couple of professional cooks.
Well, how come you came back here so soon? Dinner won't be ready for a long time yet.
Boys, I've got something to tell you.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, seems like there's been something going on that we're not in on.
Oh, what?
Now, you won't breathe a word of this to anybody.
No, sirree.
Of course not.
You promise?
Sure we do, don't we, Tom?
I promise.
Go ahead and tell us, Jason.
Well, it's about the Major.
Oh, Major Might again? Well, what is it this time?
Who's the Major, Jerry?
Oh, he's a midget. I'll tell you all about him later. Go ahead, Jason. What about the Major?
This is sure good.
Well, hurry up and tell us so we can laugh, too.
The Major has a crush on Carmen Bendini.
You mean he likes her?
Likes her is putting it mild, Jerry. He's really taken a shine to her. And here's the funny part. He's been sending her flowers every day for the past week. Sending a lot of money on them, too. And writes some little note to go along with them.
No fooling.
Mm-hmm. But what's funnier still is the fact that Carmen doesn't like it a bit. It's beginning to annoy her.
I thought girls like to get flowers.
Carmen doesn't seem to like the idea so much, Tom.
That's pretty good, all right.
Now, listen. I've got an idea. We can have a little fun if we just keep it to ourselves.
Okay.
You see all these vegetables here?
Yeah, what about them?
Let's make a big bouquet out of them.
And send them to Carmen?
Exactly. And with a little note. Or better still, I've got it, Tom. You can take the bouquet of vegetables into Carmen at dinner tonight and say nothing. She'll naturally think the Major sent them.
Good idea, Jason. We can make a big bouquet of carrots and celery and beet tops and all sorts of things.
Oh, not forgetting, of course, plenty of onions.
I'll pick out some nice things from this box here.
Good. And I'll get some of that green wax paper and a nice big box from the florist uptown. We'll fix it all up so it'll look real.
Hey, Jason, how did you get all that oil on your sleeve?
Where? Oh, gee, that's not so good. I guess I leaned up against something over by the generator. They're fixing it.
What's the matter with it?
The men don't seem to know, but it's been acting kind of funny lately. They're trying to make it hold out until some new parts arrive.
Well, that's not so good having the generator break down, is it?
Well, I should hope not. If that generator goes bad during the night show, it would throw the whole circus into darkness.
Gee, that'd be awful.
Especially while your act is on, huh, Jason?
It wouldn't be so good, being in that steel cage with all my cats and not being able to see where each one is.
Would they jump on you?
No telling what they'd do, Tom. A jungle animal gets scared when they're not in familiar places.
Well, they'd be in a familiar place in the steel.
Well, that's true, Jerry. But being in the dark would be something new to them. And they might get so panic-stricken I'd have a hard time keeping them in order.
Well, let's hope the men get that generator fixed then, so the lights don't go out.
It'll be awful if the big top went dark when Patsy or the Bendinis were working, too. I never realized how important lights were to the circus.
Here's a nice bunch of carrots with pretty tops on them.
Good boy, Tom. Yeah, let's get busy with these vegetable bouquets.
Okay, how about these onions?
Swell, Jerry. This is going to be fun. I just wonder how Carmen will take it.
Maybe she'll get mad.
Oh, I don't think so. But she'll most likely try to make the Major think she's mad.
You don't think Tom will get in trouble taking the box into Carmen at dinner, do you, Jason?
No, of course not. But we've got to remember this. Neither one of us is to tell on the other, no matter what happens. Is that a bargain?
The secret 3, huh?
Yeah, that's it exactly. Now, you boys go ahead with the bouquet. Make it a big one. Use every kind of vegetable you can think of. I'll be back in time to put the finishing touches on it and pack it nicely in a box.
Okay, we'll be waiting for you.
Hurry up, Jason.
Yeah, I will. I'll be back in a few minutes. Now, not a word to anybody.
All right, sure.
He sure is a lot of fun, isn't he?
Sure is. But the fun'll start when Carmen gets a big bunch of vegetables at dinner in front of the whole troop. I wonder what you'll say. I wonder what the Major will say when she accuses him of sending them to her. Oh, boy.
Jerry of the Circus.
Patsy, you mind sliding that butter up this way, please?
Surely, Bumps. Here, Jason, hand us the Bumps.
Here you are. Help yourself.
Thanks.
How are the potatoes holding out?
There is some down at this end. I passed them along to you, Jerry.
Oh, thanks, Carmen.
How many potatoes have you had, Jerry?
Only 2.
Only 2.
But they were little ones.
Jerry's trying to build himself up so he can become a strong man with the circus.
Aw, quit always kidding me about how much I eat.
Oh, we've got to have our laugh with our meals, Jerry. It aids digestion.
Yeah, but why pick on me?
Well, you're not exactly on a diet, you know, Jerry.
Then never mind the potatoes.
Oh, now, Jerry, you can stand a little kidding. Come on, have one of these nice brown potatoes. They're awful good.
You're telling me.
Well, your friend Tom is quite a waiter, Jerry. He serves very well.
Sure, he can do most anything.
Well, how you making out, Carmen? You got enough of everything down there in your end of the table?
Oh, yes, thank you, Bumps. I have plenty.
Jason.
Yeah?
Look at, here comes Tom with that box with a bouquet of vegetables for Carmen. Now the fun's gonna start.
Not a word, Jerry. We don't want anybody to know we had anything to do with this.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Well, who's your admirer, Carmen? That's sure a pretty box of flowers.
I have an idea who this is from.
Hey, look, she's opening that, Jerry.
Hello? What is this? Someone is playing joke on Carmen. Onions, turnips, all vegetables. This has gone far enough. I will not stand for such thing as this.
I haven't seen a vegetable bouquet since I was a boy.
Isn't that cute?
Carmen doesn't think so.
I have never been so, how do you call it? My face is red. I will not allow to be made a fool of.
Here comes the Major now. Boy, is he in for it.
Watch the fur fly, Jerry.
Good evening, everybody.
Whoa,
Major.
hello there, Major.
Major
How are
Mike,
you?
come here, please.
Certainly, Carmen. What can I do for you?
What you can do for me? Listen, Major. I will not to be made a fool of. The idea of sending me onions in a pretty box. And all the people in the circus, they laugh at me. Carmen Bendini no stand for this kind of joke.
What's that you say? Onions?
Oh, you make like you don't know, huh? You cannot fool me. I know who sent this box to me.
Now, Carmen, correct yourself and let me say something.
There is no use for you to say something, Major. If you open your mouth, you only put your feet inside.
Now, please listen to me, Carmen.
You try to tell me you no send these vegetables?
Exactly. I had nothing whatsoever to do with it. Please believe me, Carmen. I like you. I like you ever so much, and I wouldn't humiliate you this way in front of everybody.
Then you make somebody else to send this stuff to me.
No, I didn't.
Then, if you please, Mr. Major Mike, tell me who sent this.
No, I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I'm just as anxious to find out as you are. The idea of anyone putting me on a spot like this, and especially with you.
If you can prove to me you no send this stuff, I forget.
All right, Carmen. You just leave it to the Major. I'll find out who pulled this stunt if it's the last thing I do.
All right, Major. You find out who does this thing, and then you and I together, we fix him, whoever it is.
I pledge my word, Carmen. I'll get to the bottom of this, and I'll get to the bottom of it quick, too.
Oh, the lights. Well, what seems to be the trouble?
They flickered, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess the boys are still working on that generator.
Is the generator acting up?
Yeah, Patsy. They're having a little trouble with it. The men are trying to get it to hold out until they can get some new parts for it sent to us.
Oh, I hope I have plenty of lights when I'm up high doing my turn.
Don't we all?
Well, Jerry, you had enough to eat?
Uh-huh. I'm finished and full.
Good. Then let's get on over to the wagon, huh? Got to start getting ready for the show pretty soon. Well, see you later, folks. And I hope those lights are all right when you're working tonight.
Thanks, Bump.
Bye.
So
long.
too.
All right, Rags. You'll be going on in a minute. Hey, Bumps.
Yes, Jerry?
Should I put Rags' collar on him?
Yeah, go ahead and fix him up.
Here, boy, come on. You know, Rags, I think you're stage struck. I never in my life saw anybody who was as anxious to act as you are. Hold still now. Gotta make you look pretty with your big ribbon collar.
Well, you all set, Rags?
We're all set and raring to go.
Well, here we go. We're on. Come on, Rags. Come on, boy.
Do a good show now.
Who are you telling to do a good show, Jerry?
Oh, hello, Patsy. I just told Rags to do his best.
Well, doesn't he always give a good performance?
Oh, sure, but I always say that.
Say, how are the lights holding out?
Okay, I guess. They must have the generator fixed all right.
Oh, I'm surely glad they were working when I did my turn. All the time I was up there in that trapeze, I kept thinking how awful it would be if the lights went out and there I was in midair.
You'd just fall into the net. You've done that before.
That's true, Jerry, but I wouldn't be able to see how far the net was, and I might not be able to turn my body so as to land on my back. You know, I told you a long time ago how important it was to land just right in that net.
Say, that's right.
It's dangerous business working without lights, and that goes for any of the acts.
Well, the Mendinis are through, so they can't get hurt.
Now all we have to worry about is Jason's turn.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. The generator's been fixed now. The lights haven't flickered since we were having dinner in the mess tent.
Oh, I hope you're right, Jerry.
Anything new about Major and Carmen, or are they still angry?
Oh, there's plenty new, Jerry. I was just talking with Carmen a while ago, and I found out some things that really scare me.
Oh, what's the matter?
Well, it's not about the Major, but Carmen has been getting notes telling her to leave the circus and threatening her with all sorts of terrible things.
Well, who's sending them to her?
She doesn't know. She hasn't told anybody about it except Carlos and Alfredo. They're trying to find out what it's all about.
What do the notes say?
Well, one of them warned her to get out of the circus or there would be acid put on their tight wire.
Oh, you're fooling.
Now, Jerry, I wouldn't fool about a thing like that. I'm telling you the truth. I saw the note myself. Carmen showed it to me.
But who'd want to do a thing like that? Why, acid would eat the wire. What? They'd get hurt or maybe killed if it broke when they were up there working on it.
That's just it. It's serious. And Carlos and Alfredo were very much upset about it.
Well, don't they have any idea who could be sending those notes?
No, they can't think of anyone who might be an enemy. And then the funny part is that the notes are just to Carmen and not to her brothers. Somebody just has it in for her.
Oh, there, Patsy. You watching the star turn of this opera?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bumps. Jerry and I were talking so much we forgot to watch.
Well, you see there, Rags? We're being slighted.
Patsy was just telling me... Oh, is it all right to tell Bumps, Patsy?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Well, what's up? Sure, go ahead, tell me.
Well, Carmen's been getting threatening notes telling her to leave the show or she'd get hurt or something.
What's that?
Yes, Bumps. Someone is out to make trouble for Carmen.
Well, no, I don't think anyone will get very far making trouble for Carmen with her two able-bodied brothers around.
Well, it's not so good, though. Carlos and Alfredo are pretty much concerned about it.
They're trying to find out who's sending the notes to Carmen.
Here, Rags. Now, keep out of the way now. That Rusoff troop will be out in that track in any minute. Now, stay right where you are, boy.
You don't have any idea who might be, do you, Bumps?
Why, no, Patsy. I just can't imagine anyone doing a thing like that. Especially to Carmen. Boy, she's such a nice little person.
I wonder why whoever it is wants her to leave the circus.
Well, now, say, that's something to work on right there.
Goodness, Bumps. Look at the way those lights are flickering again.
Hey, they're more than flickering. They're blinking on and off.
Gee, this is going to be bad. All those horses running around there at terrific speed and the lights going on and off.
Here they go on steady again. Gee, I hope they stay on.
I wonder what the trouble can be. I've never seen the lights act this way before.
Well, come to think of it, it's the first time I've ever seen them out of order. The men that run that generator usually keep it in tip-top shape. They care for that thing like it was a baby.
J.C. said some certain part is worn out and they can't get a new one here. So they have to wait until they can get the part sent on.
Oh. There they go off again.
Oh, this is awful. I wouldn't want to be on those horses now. Bumps, Jerry, are you still here?
Oh, yes, Patsy. We haven't moved. We better stay put until the lights go on again.
Now they're coming on again. They were sure out a long time.
And those Cossacks didn't even stop riding. I guess those horses are so used to doing their turn, they just keep right on going, whether it's light or dark.
Well, this makes me feel awfully uneasy, Bumps. It's so risky.
Hey, now look at that. There they go, blinking again.
Well, isn't there some way we can get electricity to run the lights?
I suppose so, Jerry, but I guess it'd take time to get some lines rigged up to the city current.
Well, hello there. Looks like we're having some excitement with those lights acting up.
Yeah, it's bad, Jason.
It's almost time for your act, Jason. What are you going to do?
I'm beginning to think that Patsy's worried about you, Jason.
Well, I'll admit it, Bumps, I am. There's no telling what those lines will do if the lights go out and the audience starts screaming. They may get so excited that you won't be able to control them, Jason.
Now, don't you worry about that, Patsy. I'll be able to take care of myself.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, how are you going to do
Oh,
that?
excuse me, folks. I'm on. Wish me luck.
Oh, we do wish you luck, Jason. And we'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Allow me to call to your attention this vast steel enclosure, which will soon be filled with wild beasts of the jungle. Introducing at this time, Jason, unquestionably the greatest wild animal trainer of all time, in an exhibition of man's skill and daring over primitive jungle beasts. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. We now present the great Jason.
Well, there he goes. And here come the cats down the chute.
No matter how many times I see Jason do his act, I still get a big thrill out of it. He sure is brave.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Jerry.
Oh, I just hope he isn't foolish.
No, Patsy.
Well, I don't care, Bumps. Sometimes I think he takes unnecessary chances.
Let me ask you a question, Patsy. Your act is a pretty risky one, too, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no.
Well, it is. You don't have any fears about it. Flying around the top of that tent like a bird. You do a dangerous turn there, Patsy.
You sure do.
Up, Daisy. No, Nemo. Come on, you.
Hey, the lights. They went off again.
Oh, there they go on again.
That was a close call. Oh, there they go out again.
What in the world is wrong with those lights?
It doesn't look like they're coming back on this time.
They gotta come back on.
Get some lanterns, somebody.
Yeah, get some lanterns.
Yeah, hurry up with them. Oh,
Listen to how mean those lions are getting.
Bumps. Oh, Bumps, I wonder if Jason is all right.
He won't be if those lights don't come on soon.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Hold it still there, Nicky. Down, please.
Hey, how about those lanterns? What's holding them up? Here they come now. We'll have a light for you right away.
Down, Nero. Still. Hold it still.
We'll put the lanterns all around the steel.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have those lanterns for you. Never mind, boys. There go the lights on again. The generator's fixed.
Oh, what a break. Now I'll put you through your faces. Nemo. Jimmy. Nicky, up. Back there, Nicky. Back there, Nicky. Get back. Come on, Daisy. Over you go. Up high, Nemo. Jimmy, get up. Up high, fella.
Good work, Jason.
Oh, thanks.
You did okay, boss.
Jason!
How's it, Jerry?
Oh, you were wonderful, Jason.
Oh, Jason, are you hurt? What happened when you were out there in the dark?
Now, Patsy, take it easy. Don't get all excited over nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Oh, goodness, Jason, do you realize the danger you were in?
How did he ever get the cats to behave in the dark?
Now, wait a minute. One question at a time.
Well, hurry and tell us all about it.
Well, there's nothing to tell. I just tried to keep the cats in one place while I waited for the lights to go on.
They sounded awful mean. I never heard them roar so loud.
Oh, I guess they were scared. Just about as scared as... Well, as scared as you were, Patsy.
Well, now, don't you make fun of me, Jason. You'll have to admit it would have been pretty awful if all those cats decided to leap on you at one time out there in the dark.
Didn't it occur to you that if things got too bad in the steel, I could make for the door and get out?
I never thought of that.
Well, why didn't you do that, Jason?
What? Leave all those animals alone? Panicky in the dark, I should say not. They might have torn each other to bits. You know, there's an old saying around the circus. Animal trainers are cheap compared to expensive jungle animals. There's a fortune tied up in my cats.
But your life comes first, doesn't it?
Well, I was taking pretty good care of Jason. Don't worry about that for 1 minute.
Well, I'm surely glad it's all over. I never went through such an exciting few minutes in my whole life.
What's the matter, Rags, huh? Oh, I see. It's a Bendini. Hiya. Here we are.
Oh, Jason, I thought you might be hurt. I am so very happy you were, how you call, all in one piece.
I guess I caused quite a little excitement at that.
Quiet, Reg.
How did you ever do it, Jason?
I think it was wonderful the way you handled those lions.
Now, this has gone far enough. If you all keep talking like this, I'll be going to Mr. Randall and asking for a raise in the salary.
I think the audience should have paid more money to get in tonight. I bet they never saw a show so good like that one.
But the lights, they are fixed now. It is too bad they wait so long to get them working.
They have hooked onto the city power lines now. They won't go out again tonight.
Oh, they didn't get the generator fixed.
No, the generator, it is really broke.
There's Bumps, Rags. Go on. He's calling you. Well, go on. Hurry up.
Look at him go.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll have to go and have a little talk with my pets before they go to sleep for the night.
All right, Jason. We'll see you down at the train.
Good night, Jason. I still think it was wonderful the way you handled those animals.
I'll see you all later.
All right, Jason. Goodbye.
All right. Well, Sherry, I guess you have a big time in this town, Hansburg, yes?
What do you mean?
My brother, he means a lot has happened here.
Sure. You get arrested by the police and everything.
Oh, that. Yeah, it has been exciting here.
Well, it seems like you've had your share, too, Carmen. I mean, with those notes threatening you.
I like to find who writes those notes to our sister. I like just to get my hands on him.
We get him, and when we do, it will be too bad.
I know this maybe sounds kind of foolish, but don't you have any enemies somebody that might want to hurt Carmen? Isn't there somebody you can think of?
No, Jerry. The Bandinis, I do not think, have one enemies in the world.
Only friends we have got.
I wonder if it could be someone just trying to play a joke.
It is no joke, these notes. I think it means business.
That is poor joke, Patsy. No, we like joke the same like anybody. But it is not joke to tell Carmen to leave the circus, or they will put acid on our wire.
Have you told Mr. Randall about it yet?
No, my brothers think maybe they want to try to find out who it is first by themselves.
You see, Jerry, when you call in the police, sometimes you scare the one away who you are looking for.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
If we do not find who it is that sends these notes, then we will get help.
But the Bandinis will not fail. I will break every bone in his body, whoever is scaring our sister.
Well, maybe it's someone in this town. And after we leave here tonight, we'll hear no more of it.
But I have received the first note in the last town we play.
Then it must be somebody that's traveling along with us. Maybe somebody with the circus is sending those notes.
That is what Alfredo and I think, Jerry.
Say, I'm getting chilly. I think I better get over to my wagon and change into some warmer clothes.
You're right. We have talked too much now anyhow. I go with you, Patsy, as far as my dressing room.
You mind if two handsome gentlemen come along with you, lady?
Not at all.
But where are these handsome gentlemen, Carlos?
He means us, of course.
Oh, you are handsome, huh? I think you have not looked in the looking glass for some time.
Oh, Carmen. Come on, boys. Are you coming, Jerry?
Might as well. Bumps will be through soon.
Jerry, you walk with me. I think you are much more handsomer than the Bandini brothers.
Oh, is that so?
That's a good one on you.
Come on, Jerry. We will walk on ahead of them.
Okay. So, you think we care? We have the beautiful Patsy to walk with.
Boys?
Carlos is right. We are honored to walk with you, Patsy. Let them go on ahead.
Don't get lost back there.
Go on, never mind us. And listen, Jerry, take the lady's arm if you're going to walk with her.
Oh, you don't have to tell Jerry how to be a gentleman.
Isn't that cute? Look at Jerry take Carmen by the arm.
Say, Patsy.
Yes, Alfredo?
We have got surprise.
You have? Well, what is it?
You must not tell Carmen.
Well, I won't, but what is it?
There is an elephant that we worked with in Europe a long time ago. Even so far back that our sister Carmen used to ride on him when she was only 6 years old.
Yes?
Mr. Randall has bought him.
And he will be delivered to the circus tomorrow when we get to the next town we play.
Why, I haven't heard anything of it. That's funny. Jack Hastings hasn't said anything about it.
Jack Hastings? Who is he?
Our publicity man.
Oh, he knows about it. I suppose he writes something to put in the papers when the elephant gets here.
Oh. Well, what's the surprise?
It is a surprise for Carmen. We do not want her to know of it until she sees El Mundo. She will be very happy to see him again.
Especially after all these years.
El Mundo. Is that the elephant's name?
Yes. His name El Mundo. And he is the most wonderful elephant in the whole world. He is an old fellow, too.
Oh, Carmen will be delighted.
Our uncle was his trainer in Europe.
Only a far-away uncle.
You mean a distant uncle?
Yes, a fourth or fifth uncle. Mm-hmm. But maybe he come with a shipment. Maybe he bring El Mundo here from Europe.
Oh, then you'll get to see him.
I will be glad to see him. Maybe he tells us something of our country. It will be good to hear of old friends.
Are you handsome gentlemen coming?
We are right behind you.
Well, how are you going to surprise Carmen?
We will wait until we are free tomorrow. and then take her into the menagerie tent and take her up in front of El Mundo and see if she knows who it is.
Oh, she's bound to remember him.
I bet you anything, El Mundo, he will remember Carmen. Maybe he pick her up when he see her.
Oh, I'd love to be there. Can I come with you?
Sure, tomorrow we all go over together.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Now, you don't tell Carmen.
Oh, of course not, Carlos. I wouldn't want to spoil her surprise. But how did you find out about, what's his name?
El Mundo.
Oh, yes.
That means the world. I guess they call him that because he looks so big like the world.
Oh, I find out from Mr. Randall. He asked me if I know who this elephant is. He thought I know him because he come from the same country we do.
Oh.
El Mundo was before he worked in a circus with the zoo. And all the children love him. He is so gentle and nice. You will see, Patsy. You will like him, too.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Oh, shh. Now, Carmen is getting close to her wagon. Let's not talk of El Mundo anymore. They might hear us.
Why you walk so fast? Can't you wait for us?
We're not walking fast. You're walking slow.
How would you like to walk with the handsome gentleman, Patsy?
Well, it's quite nice to have one of the Bendini brothers on each arm.
I have promised to Jerry some cookies. I have a big bag full in my wagon. Would you like to have some too, Patsy?
Oh, yes, Carmen, thanks.
Here is my wagon now. I will go get them. You wait here.
All right.
Want me to go with you?
No, Jerry, I get them. I'll be only 1 minute.
Most gentlemen give the ladies something. But tonight, Carmen give Jerry cookies.
That is being different, no?
Hey, what is it, Carmen? Quick, Alfredo.
Come on, Patsy.
Yes.
Oh, look on the door, on the back of the door.
A dagger.
And a note.
See?
Gee whiz, a note pinned to the door with a dagger.
Look.
Well, what does the note say, Carmen?
I do not know. I just see it there.
Here, I read it. This is a final warning. Leave the circus right away. This is your last chance.
Oh.
Look at that dagger, Carlos. It is an old one, with a carved handle.
Yeah, it is the kind you see in the old country, but not here.
Oh, this is bad. I am afraid.
Now, do not be afraid, Carmen. Alfredo and I, we will find out all about this.
No one will lay a hand on you while your brothers are near.
Well, this really does look bad, Carlos.
Hey, wait, Alfredo. Don't take that dagger down with your hands.
Well, how else will I take it down?
I mean, put a handkerchief over it first. There may be fingerprints on it.
Ah, smart boy. You see, in our excitement, we forget all about
Maybe
that.
we should get the police right away.
No, not yet, but don't worry. Please don't worry, Carmen. We will not get out of your sight so no one will harm.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, something should be done about this. You can't tell what kind of a person is sending these notes.
Just give me time to think. Alfredo and I will get to the bottom of this if it is the last thing we do.
We will find out who in the circus keeps knives or daggers like this one.
You could get the fingerprints off it, and then maybe the police would take the fingerprints of everybody in the circus. And that way you could find out who it is.
That is right, Jerry. The police could find out who it is.
But how can you tell the police? We are leaving here in a couple of hours. Tomorrow when we get to the next stand, we will find out. Right after breakfast.
Yes, we find out after breakfast tomorrow.
Can I look at that note?
Sure, Jerry. Here.
It's sort of printed, and with pencil, too.
Well, maybe you could find out some way who prints like that.
Golly, this is sure funny paper. Well, I don't think I've ever seen paper like this before.
It is. I didn't notice that.
That is a sort of rice paper. I know we have that kind in Europe.
You are right, Carmen. They do not often sell this kind of paper here in this country. I have not seen some like this since we are over here.
Then whoever is sending the notes and writing them on this kind of paper must be from Europe, too.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
You're sure lucky, Mr. Randall, getting the smartest elephant in the world. Isn't he, Tom?
I'll say. And imagine sending this keeper all the way over here from Spain.
Well, you wouldn't want a valuable pachyderm like that to go around without a chaperone, would you?
Who?
Pachyderm.
There's a catch to that. I'm afraid to ask what it means.
Well, that's an easy one. It means elephant.
What's his name, Mr. Randall?
El Mundo.
Spanish, huh?
Mm-hmm. Right the first time. It means the world.
Kind of fitting, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, what did Olson say the trouble was all about?
I couldn't quite make it out. Seems that the trainer, the minute he left, he handed over the bull to Olson.
You mean headed back for Spain?
Yeah, I guess so. I had to buy him a round-trip ticket.
Gee, you'd think he'd stay a while and see the country.
Yeah, after making such a long trip.
Yeah, he probably has to get back. But that's neither here nor there. The thing is that Olson, one of the best bull trainers in the world, is up a tree with this elephant.
Golly, I thought Olson could handle most any bull.
Yeah, so did I. The funny thing about El Mundo is that he's been all over the world with that European circus, and he's known for being one of the easiest circus elephants in the business.
Hey, there's Olson now. He's got the men sweeping off.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that must be the new elephant. Golly, he's big.
He certainly is. Well, Olson, things going any better?
It sure beats me, Mr. Randall. This is the sulkiest bull I've ever handled.
Well, how'd you get him to lie down in order to brush him off?
Well, it took me an hour and a half.
An hour and a half? Say, that's fierce.
I had to chain him to a couple of other bulls, and we dumped him down. Sounded like an earthquake, and did this baby squeal. It's a wonder you didn't hear the noise.
No, I've just come on the lot, and the boys have been working all morning.
Well, he sure got me beat. I don't know how we're going to work him, let alone allow him in the ring.
Well, there must be some solution. Now, listen, after the expense I've been to, I'm not going to give up without a good try.
Well, you just watch us while we try to get this baby up. Come on, El Mundo. Up.
Why, you wouldn't think he even heard you,
Get
would
up,
you?
El Mundo. Up. Hey, boys, prod him and make him get up on his feet.
You're getting a lot of noise, but no action.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Well, I guess I'll have to get a cable off to the outfit that sold him to me. I can't have this sort of thing going on.
I'll say not. I'll have to chain that crazy bull to other elephants to load him onto the cars at night. Instead of helping me, he's just going to mean a heap of work.
Well, I'm sending a cable over there right away. If they've given me a lemon, they're not going to get away with it. I'll be back later, Olson.
Okay, Mr. Randall.
Greg! Hello there, old fella. Heard all the excitement, huh? Say, what's that in your mouth?
Gee, it looks like an empty piece of paper.
Here, gimme. Oh, want to play, huh? Give me that paper. Ah, fooled you, didn't I? Well, it may be empty now, but it hasn't been. Looks to me like you've been getting candy. So that's it. All wrapped up in a nice piece of paper. And you'd eaten all the crumbs if I'd never found it. Say, I thought you didn't eat things from other people. What about this?
Say, Jerry, the candy might have fallen out. See, it's not a bag.
That's it, men. Let him loose now.
So that's it. You want to know if you can have the candy, huh?
Hey, wish that new bull of mine was half as smart as Rags.
Well, of course, Rags is kind of special. All right, Rags. Where'd you get the candy? We'll go on back, and maybe I'll let you have some. We'll be right back, Olson. Rags comes first, you know.
Sure thing. You kids are welcome anytime.
Thanks. I sure wish we could help you with El Mundo.
I wish you could, too. There's something back of all this. We made an awful mistake to let that trainer go so soon, but I guess it's too late to be helped now.
Hey, don't be in such a hurry, Rags. Yeah, we're coming. Bye, Olson.
So long.
Say, Jerry, your dog sure is a knockout.
I'll say. Say, I wonder who gave Rags the candy. Good night.
Now what?
Well, look at this piece of paper it was wrapped in.
Well, what of it?
Well, did he ever see this before?
Well, no. Why?
Oh, notice anything funny about it?
It's awful thin.
You bet it is. And it's not like the usual paper around here, is it?
No.
Well, it's rice paper. That's what it is. Because when we found that note in Carmen's wagon with a dagger stuck in it, Carmen said that piece of paper was rice paper.
No.
Honest? Uh-huh. And it was just like the same piece of paper.
Could it be the same?
Well, of course not. The other had writing on it. Now what? Oh, so you found one of the pieces of candy, huh? Well, maybe you can have it, and maybe you can't.
You think it might be poisoned?
Well, I'm going to find out who gave it to Rags before I let him have it. Now listen, Rags. Where did this come from? That's it. Take us where you got it. Go on.
Look, he does understand. See? He's turned right around and he's heading for... Now what?
Nothing. He just found another piece of candy that must have dropped out. All right, old fella. I'll keep it until we know if it's okay for you to have.
Say, he's wonderful. Now he's going right.
Looks like he's heading for the quarters belonging to the freeze.
Yeah. He sure enough know where he wants to go.
Why, that's the bearded lady's wagon. Oh, so she gave you the candy, huh? Hi there. Say hello.
Doesn't look as if anyone's there.
It's me, Jerry. Anyone home?
If the door's open, why'd you look in?
Well, if she's there and wants to talk to me, she'll answer. I don't want it to look like I'm snooping.
I see. Doesn't look like anyone's home.
I wonder if that's the same kind of paper Carmen's threatening note was written on. I'd sure like to know.
While the bearded lady's gone, might be a good time to look around and see if she's got some more of that paper. Might find a clue.
I know, but I guess I better check with Carmen and see if this paper's the same as hers. Come on, her wagon's right near her. Let's see if she's home.
Oh, it is Randy.
Well, speaking of angels. Hi there, Carmen.
Ah, and it is the master, too.
We were just coming to visit you.
You were? How nice. I go back home, and you can come and visit me now, eh?
Oh, no, that's not necessary. We just wanted to see you, that's all. Tom and I were over looking at that new bull elephant from Spain.
From Spain? What elephant? Something come from my own country? Tell me.
Well, Mr. Randall bought a famous elephant. At least he thought he did. Called El Mundo.
No, not El Mundo. El propio mío, El Mundo. Oh, Jerry, ¿dónde está? I mean, where is he, this old friend of mine?
Do you know El Mundo?
Do I know this animal? I should say so. For years I have worked with him.
I bet Mr. Randall will be glad to hear about that.
I'll say so. What did you do with him, Carmen?
I worked with El Mundo when I was little girl. I go out in the ring, and he carry me on his trunk. I was only 6, 7, just a baby.
Really? Say, you have been with the circus a long time.
Of course, I grow up in the circus. But come quick, we must go to see El Mundo. Quick, this minute.
All right, Carmen, but I think I better warn you.
What? Something is wrong? Tell me quick. Is it bad?
Well, you see, it's like this. No one can make him do anything. He won't obey. He's sulky. Even gone on a hunger strike. Olson can't manage him.
Oh, no, mi propio. I no believe it.
Well, it's true. Unless they sent Mr. Randall the wrong elephant.
Oh, I so wish this was my old friend El Mundo. What a gentle animal. He understands everything I say to him. Such a good beast.
Look, there's Olson over there. Looks like they're dragging that new bull over to the menagerie tent.
Yeah, they are, of course. Oh, Olson. Hey, Olson.
Oh, hello, Jerry. You back again so soon?
Yeah. I brought someone to see El Mundo.
Well, he's all right to look at, but he's certainly no treat to work with.
I am almost afraid to look.
Huh?
I get so excited when I hear El Mundo is here.
Well,
And now it must be some other animal. But I
Carmen
wish
used to work with the real El Mundo. She wants to see if this is her old friend.
Oh, so Carmen, you know him, huh? Well, that's good. Hey, boys, bring that bull back. We were just putting him away.
But what is it? He's chained to those other bulls? Oh, it is sad.
You bet your life it's sad. It's a major tragedy, if you ask me. I can't do a thing with him.
Oh, the poor thing.
Huh?
Here, let me see him. Oh, El Mundo,
Well-
El Mundo, querido mío. Oh,
Well, what do you know about that?
¿qué tal? Querido mío. Ella no lo creyó. El Mundo es tú.
Well, it's the right elephant, all right.
Look at her.
Imagine
He
that.
put out his foot and she walked right up close to his head.
I'll be if ever an animal was glad to see a person. That's it.
Look how gentle he is with her.
Amigo mío, no hay cuidado. El Mundo, mi lindo.
Carmen. Hey,
Oh,
she
mi
doesn't even hear us.
querido.
Look how he puts his trunk around her.
Yeah.
So gentle.
Carmen, hey, it is the right one, huh?
Of course, it is El Mundo,
El Mundo.
the greatest elephant in all the world.
Uh-huh.
He's so gentle like a lamb, so kind like a mother, so good.
Okay, Carmen. You see, Olson? She used to work with El Mundo when she was a little girl.
Oh, so that explains it. Carmen, say,
Oh, yes, Mr. Olsen.
will you tell me something? Why can't I make that bull work?
I do not know. He works fine. He's smart and, oh, he's so good.
Well, I'd certainly like to know the combination. What is it?
What do you do?
Jump down, I'll show you. There you are. Now, I'll try again. All right, El Mundo, down. Oh, lay down, quick, down.
Oh, no. No, not like that.
Huh?
No. Oh, poor El Mundo, no wonder. Here, I show to you.
Huh?
El Mundo, siéntate. Ven conmigo. Siéntate.
Well,
There, you see? He understand now. You talk to him in English. No wonder he cannot obey. He no understand.
Well, I'm a blithering idiot if there ever was one.
Can you beat it? All of us stand around and not one of us realizes he can't understand us.
Golly, that's funny.
Oh, funny. It is sad. Mi pobre amigo, he's so willing, but he not even know what you want. Oh, I'm so happy to have El Mundo back again.
Say, we better run and tell Mr. Randall before he sends off that cablegram.
Say, we'd better at that. Come on, let's go now.
Okay, come on, Rags. We'll be back, Carmen.
Yes, I stay here with my good friend El Mundo.
All the crazy things. Gee whiz.
Now what?
Oh, well, we forgot all about asking Carmen about that piece of paper. We've got to find if the same person who gave Rags the candy is the same one who's sending those threatening notes.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Buen muchacho. Ay, El Mundo, mi amigo.
Oh, Miss Carmen. Miss Carmen, what on earth are you doing?
Hello there, Major. Do you like my friend, yes?
Well, I hardly know what to say. How did you get way up on his head? Where's Olson?
He had to work.
You mean to say you play alone with this great big elephant?
Of course. He's so gentle, El Mundo. And I am so glad to see him.
Well, come down. Come down on the ground.
Why, Major?
Oh, something may happen to you. Now, look how that beast throws his trunk about. No, listen to him. He sounds as if he were getting mad.
Oh, no. He's good friend. Un momento, El Mundo. Ah, you see how he put up his trunk so that I may step down? There.
Oh.
And now I go, but I shall come back. Poor thing. He does not understand, but I shall teach him English.
Miss Carmen, would you...
What is it, Major?
Well, I was just wondering if you could... Well, would you take a walk with me?
Well,
we might go out for lunch. Would that be asking too much?
Oh, no, of course not, Major. But you see, well, my brothers, I must rehearse with them. So, if you will excuse me, my good friend, I must leave you. And El Mundo, too. Olsen, he will come back. You stay here till El Mundo is taken care of, yes?
Oh, why, of course, Miss Carmen. Anything for you. Anything.
Oh, gracias, senor. I go.
Goodbye, sweet lady. El Mundo. She leaves us. And you love her so, too. How tragic to feel so strongly and not to have that love return. But she called us her good friend. We can always remember that, can't we? Not so loud. She'll think something is wrong. We don't want to worry her. Carmen. What a lovely name.
Hey, hello there, Major.
Oh, so it's Jerry. Well, young man, you quite startled me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Say, I'm looking for Carmen. You haven't seen her, have you?
She has just left. She's gone to rehearse with her brothers.
Oh, thanks. Then they'll be in the big top.
She said she and her brothers have been having some kind of trouble.
Carmen has been getting threatening notes, not signed. Someone is threatening to kill her.
No. Kill that sweet creature?
Uh-huh. Once they even threatened to put acid on the wire, which would surely kill all three of them. That's why they check it over before each performance.
Oh, how awful. Who could be so cruel?
Well, I don't know, but I think I've got a clue. That's what I want to see her about.
You have a clue? Tell me, young man. Perhaps maybe I could help.
Well, all right, I'll tell you. But promise you won't do anything until we're real sure.
Yes, of course I promise. Out with it, young man.
Well, it's like this. We were out here this morning with Olson and the new elephant when Rags came running up with a piece of paper in his mouth.
Yes, but what has that to do with...
Then, when I took it from him, I saw there had been some candy in it, because there were some crumbs left.
Hey, go on.
Well, Tom and I went back with Rags to see who had given him the candy. And sure enough, we found a piece of candy, and then...
This seems to be quite beside the point.
Well, no, it isn't. Because suddenly we saw that piece of paper was the same kind of paper that the notes to Carmen had been written on.
Was there something strange about it?
Oh, here it is. See how thin it is. It's rice paper.
Who gave Rags the candy?
Well, that's what's worrying me. You see, Rags led us to the bearded lady's wagon.
The bearded lady? Huh. That pest?
She wasn't there, so I don't know if she gave him the candy, but...
She probably did. The amount of candy that woman consumes is a sin.
But, Major, this is what I can't figure out. How could she happen to have the same kind of paper that those notes were written on? Of course, we're not sure she gave Rags the candy.
No, but she's a meddling, lovesick woman. And I wouldn't put it beyond her to do just such a silly thing.
Well, I hate to say anything to the Bendinis until I'm sure, at least sure she gave Rags the candy. You know how fiery those brothers can get when they're mad.
Well, I've heard they can, despite the fact that they always seem so gay and carefree.
I'd hate to have them go to the bearded lady if she really hasn't had anything to do with all this.
I think you come just to the right person, Jerry. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do.
What?
Well, I'll go to her wagon and look around inside while she's gone and see if she has any more paper like this.
Well, I thought of that, but I was scared.
Well, I guess I can look through her things. After the way she took my watch and caused me all that trouble.
Yeah, I remember.
And then if I find she's got more paper like this, we'll make her explain about giving Rags the candy. If she confesses about that, we'll next ask her about those threatening notes.
Sounds easy enough.
Oh, handling temperamental women is never easy.
Of course.
Well, after all, I want Miss Carmen to realize that I'm a man she can depend on.
Oh, of course.
Well, after I find out about the notes, I guess she'll appreciate the kind of stuff I'm made of.
I'm sure she will.
Here, give me that paper.
Well, don't lose it.
No, I won't. And I'll be right back. I hope.
Okay. Well, El Mundo, did you hear all that? Gee, I forgot. You can't understand. I got something you'll understand, though. Here's some peanuts. That's the ticket. Here, take some. There you are. So you're eating at last, huh? Golly, Olson will sure be glad to hear that.
Hey, what you doing? It's my new elephant.
Olson! Gee, I didn't notice you. Hey, look, he's eating.
I'll say he is. I kind of thought he would.
You did?
Sure. After seeing Carmen and finding out what's wrong, he'll be all right from now on, but I won't be.
What do you mean? Has something happened?
No, but it's going to. Just look at all the trouble I'm going to have to learn Spanish.
Gee, that's true. You won't be able to work, El Mundo, until you learn the right commands.
And I never could learn any language, even English.
Oh, it won't be so bad. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Yeah?
I'll learn the commands, too. So if you get stuck sometime, you can just call on me.
I may take you up on that, Jerry.
Honest?
Sure thing.
Say, I got an idea.
Yeah, what?
Well, look, if I learn some Spanish...
Yeah?
Well, couldn't I learn to work El Mundo?
Well, I don't know about that, Jerry.
Well, who's going to work him in the ring?
I don't know yet. We haven't discussed it with Mr. Randall. Of course, the trainer will handle all the commands, but probably we'll use one of the pretty girls to do the stunts with El Mundo.
Oh, gee. I wish I could. Golly, I'd work like 60.
Yeah, I bet you'd be good, too, Jerry.
Well, can I then?
Well, I don't know, Jerry. I don't have the say about such things like that.
If Mr. Randall let me?
He's the boss.
Boy, I'm in for his wagon. Gee, if he'd only let me. Well, I'd be in the show regular then.
Don't count on it too much, Jerry.
Well, I won't, but you can bet I'll try. Bye. I'll be back and let you know what he says.
Good luck.
Well, thanks. Oh, gee, if I only could.
Where do you go so fast, eh?
Oh, hello, Carmen. Say, I just got the swellest idea.
Yes? And what is it?
I'm going to ask Mr. Randall if he'll let me work with El Mundo.
No.
Sure. The kind of things you used to do with him when you were little.
Oh, how nice, Jerry.
Of course, I don't know yet whether he'll let me, but maybe you could show me some of the same tricks you used to do.
I like that very much. Very, very much.
Do you want to be fun?
Just like the old days. Oh, say, Jerry.
Yeah?
Here come the major. I don't want him to see me.
So soon?
I go this way. He not notice me. Goodbye.
Okay. Now I wonder how the major got through so soon. Oh, hi, Major.
Oh, there you are, Jerry. Well, I had a bit of luck.
You have? What happened?
Well, I had scarcely left you when who should I see but our friend, the bearded lady.
No.
Yes, sirree. So I ups and says to her, I says, did you give Reg some candy this morning?
What'd she say?
Well, she kind of hemmed and hawed a bit, but when I showed her the paper it was wrapped up in, she admitted she did. She said she didn't think it would hurt him any.
Say, what about the paper?
Not so fast, young man. Then I began quizzing her about that unusual paper and what it was made of and all that.
Yeah?
And she began bragging about it. She got it when she was abroad someplace, some foreign country. It's very special paper. And this piece got mussed up, so she just put the candy in it.
Sure looks suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But honest, Major, I can't believe she'd do a thing like that.
Well, why not?
Well, why should she have anything against Carmen?
It's simple enough when you understand the ways of women. You see, I've been showering attentions on that lovely little Spanish lady.
Yes, but...
Jealousy, my boy, jealousy. See, if she thought that she would make me ridiculous, she'd go to any lengths.
Well, what do we do next, Major?
Go to any lengths. Ha! So that's it.
What?
So, she decided to make that bouquet for Carmen.
What bouquet?
That one with all the vegetables in it. The one that Tom presented to her at dinner in the mess tent.
Oh, no, the bearded lady didn't have anything to do with that.
Oh, bah, don't tell me. Ha! Here comes Mr. Randall. I'm too mad to talk to him. I'll go and plot my revenge. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. You understand?
Yeah, but... Well, Major... Hey, don't go. I gotta explain.
Oh, hello there, Jerry. You having trouble with the Major?
No, only... Well, he gets so excited, he won't listen. He thinks... Oh, well, never mind.
Well, don't let him get in your hair, son. He means well, but, after all, he's pretty peppery.
Yeah. Say, Mr. Randall.
Yeah?
You know about that new elephant? About Carmen knowing him and all?
Yeah, sure. I know all about that.
Well, you're going to have him work in the ring, aren't you?
Well, yeah, sure.
And, Carmen used to work with him.
Yeah.
Well, what
Well, come on, out with it, Jerry.
Well, would you let me work with him like Carmen used to? She said she'd show me the old tricks she used to do with him, and Olson would work with me, and I'd work hard, and I just know I'd be good, Mr. Randall, please.
Well, now that that's off your chest, I'll tell you, Jerry, in Randall's Brothers Circus, as a rule, I think it's better to have a pretty girl work with the elephants.
Aw, gee willikers, Mr. Randall.
But in this case, I've got a good mind to give you a try.
Oh, Mr. Randall. Really and truly? Oh, gosh. Oh, I'll be a real circus performer.
Jerry of the Circus. Jerry of the Circus.
What do you want?
It's me, the Major.
Oh, just a minute, Major. Well, this is an unexpected surprise. Come right in, Major. I'm always glad to see you. You know that.
Huh. You won't be this time.
My, but you're cross this afternoon.
I've got reason to be. That's why I came to see you about.
Me? Now, what have I got to do with it?
Now, don't play innocent. It's about Carmen, and you know all about it.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Major.
No, like fun you don't. You needn't put on that act for me. You're a jealous woman, and you'd go any lengths to...
Now, you can't talk to me like this.
Oh, can't I, though?
You haven't any proof.
Ah, so you admit it, huh?
I certainly don't admit anything.
You'd do anything to make me ridiculous in the eyes of the woman I love.
Oh, so you do love her.
Well, I admire her very much. That's beside the point. You tried to make me ridiculous.
I never did.
You did, too. Sending her that ridiculous bouquet.
What?
That bouquet made up of vegetables and right in front of the whole troop, too.
What are you talking about?
Listen, bearded lady or no bearded lady, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. The minute I mentioned Carmen, you acted guilty. But don't think you can laugh yourself out of this.
But I really...
I may be small, but I'm far from dumb. And something else, my fine bearded friend. What about these notes you've been sending to the Spanish senorita?
What?
Yeah, so. I guess that makes you stop for a minute.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Supposing you explain how some of that fine rice paper of yours happened to find its way into Carmen's wagon. Some of that lovely rice paper you are so foolishly fond of.
What rice paper?
You remember you gave Jerry's dog Rag some candy in a musk paper? I suppose it wasn't good enough to use for Carmen, all mussed up like that.
But I never threatened her, really.
So. How did you know she was threatened? I caught you, huh?
Why, you said she was threatened. I'm sure you did.
Oh, no. I only said she was getting notes. But you know what was in them far better than I do. You just admitted it.
You cheat. I'll get even with you for this.
I'm not afraid of a beard, no matter what's behind it. And let me tell you something, my fine lady. You're going to get some more of that fine rice paper, and you're going to write another note to Carmen.
No, I won't.
Oh, yes, you will. Now hurry up with it. Uh-huh. So, you're not even smart enough to hide the paper on which you write such dangerous notes. Here it is. Come on. Here's a pen.
I won't.
You want me to go to Mr. Randall with this information?
No, please, Major. I'm sorry.
All ready now. Now write. Miss Carmen Bandini. The notes you have been receiving...
Not so fast. Been receiving.
...have been sent in jest. Period.
How do you spell jest?
J-E-S-T. There is no danger. I guess that covers it pretty well. Now, add this. You are being protected by a brave man. Period.
Protected by a brave man. P-E-R-I...
Oh, don't spell out period, silly. Just put a dot.
No, I do everything wrong. I just wish I were dead.
Now, look, you're crying all over the note. Here, I'll take it and see that Carmen gets it. The idea, frightening a poor innocent girl. And as for you and the bouquet, I'll get even with you if it's the last thing I do.
No, but I didn't. Not the bouquet.
Making me ridiculous before my friends. I'll make you so ridiculous, you just wait. Ah, these women. Bah. Well, hello there, Rags. What do you want?
Hiya, Major.
Oh.
What do you suppose Rags wants?
Oh, it's
Candy.
you too, Jerry, huh?
Say, Major.
Yes, Jerry?
Have you found out for sure yet whether the bearded lady had anything to do with those notes written to Carmen?
Now, listen here, Jerry. You stop worrying your head about that. I'm taking charge of this case from now on.
But I've got to find out. If there's something I can do to protect Carmen, I got to do it.
I know, but from now on, I'll be making it my business to revenge the beautiful little Spanish lady.
But if something should happen...
It won't, I promise you. You just leave this whole thing to me until tomorrow. And if it's not settled by then, well, we'll have to do something about it. But I just got a hunch.
What about?
That some pretty unusual things is going to be happening on this lot before tomorrow.
Gee, you kind of make me curious.
Well, it's sometimes just as well for boys not to be too curious. Now, listen, Jerry, I want you to do something for me.
What is it?
I want you to go over to Clara at the wardrobe tent and get her to lend you, a pair of her big scissors.
What for?
Now, don't ask any questions. I need 'em, and, I don't get along with Clara very well, and I'd go over and borrow 'em myself.
Well, sure, Major. I'll be glad to. I'm supposed to go over for a fitting or something anyhow. Come on, Rags, let's go.
A fitting? What for?
Gee, I thought you knew. Yes, I've been telling most everybody on the lot. I'm going to work El Mundo.
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot all about that.
Sure, and I'm going to have a big, shiny hat and leather boots and a velvet coat and everything.
Oh, say, that's just fine, Jerry. You ought to look pretty good in all that finery.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's sure going to be fun to get up and dress and everything and go out into the ring with everyone applauding and put El Mundo through his tricks. Say, I have to learn Spanish and everything.
Oh, of course. So the yellow fellow understands you, huh?
Yep. Well, here's the wardrobe top. I'd better go in. Say, sure you don't want to come along with me?
And talk to Clara? I should say not. That woman riles me something awful.
Okay. I won't be long. I guess she's only got to take my measurements. Come on, Rags. In you go.
I'll be waiting right out here in the backyard. But remember, Jerry, don't you tell her what you want those scissors for.
How can I? I don't know myself.
No. I mean, don't tell her they're for me. She's so mean she wouldn't give them to you then.
You and your fights. Rags, here, quick. Hi there, Clara.
Well, now, if it ain't Jerry Dugan. It's about time you got over here at the wardrobe top. I was beginning to think I'd have to cut your costume out without you.
Could you do that?
Well, I guess I could, but it mightn't fit so good.
I'm sure glad I got here in time, then.
What size shoes do you wear, Jerry?
Oh, about 6.5, I guess.
Guess?
Well, the last time I got shoes, I got 6s. Of course, I've grown some since then.
Now, then, just think of that. Well, guess we'll order 7s, then. Can't have you growing out the first thing of a pair of those shiny black riding boots. Not when they're so expensive.
Riding boots? Oh, gee whiz.
Here, Jerry, for goodness sakes, hold still. You're jiggling around like a Mexican jumping bean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There now. Got your arm measurement. Now your waist measurement.
Say, Clara, you know it was just as easy riding on that elephant's back. He sure jounces up and down, though.
Land sakes, he can't be any worse than you are.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Clara. Honest I am.
Now then, just keep your shirt on till I get the right size of your collar.
You mean I gotta take my shirt off?
No, I mean stand still, not get so excited. There. Now, I guess that's it.
I'm sure glad that's over with.
You got nothing on me. I'd as soon measure an eel or an angleworm. I must say I'm not looking forward to fitting you.
Well, I'll be better next time, Clara. Oh, say, would you mind lending me those scissors of yours for a little while?
I certainly would. I use these myself. They're my favorite pair.
Oh, you got any others I could borrow?
Well, what do you want them for?
Well, I just need them.
If boys aren't the ones now, what with their secrets and all. I guess I got an old pair you can have. Now, just where'd I put them?
Oh, gee, thanks, Clara. You're swell.
My, here they are right under my eyes. Seems like I'm getting more absent-minded every day.
I'll be careful of them, Clara.
Mind you bring them back.
Sure, I'll remember, Clara. Now, where the dickens is a Major gone to, Rags? Oh, there you are, Major. Did you get him? Of course I did.
Oh, say, that's real nice of you, Jerry. I'll get him right back to you.
You better, or Clara will sure raise the roof. Hey, where are you heading for now?
Well, I guess I'll be going back to my wagon or thereabouts.
We'll go part way with you. Gotta go by the office wagon and see Mr. Randall a minute anyway.
Yeah, good.
Then I gotta get back to rehearsal pronto.
Pronto?
Sure. I'm practicing my Spanish, too.
Oh.
You know, I find myself just naturally saying the words. It's lots of fun. Think I'll learn to really talk Spanish.
I wish I could talk Spanish. It'd be pretty nice to be able to talk to the lovely Senorita Carmen in her own language.
Yeah. And, you know, you never can tell when it'll come in handy either.
Oh, you're a pretty lucky boy to have her show you some of the routines she used to do with that new elephant.
I'll say. She can't be there all the time, but she's sure nice to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, what's that?
It sounds like... Just what I thought.
Why, it's coming from the bearded lady's wagon. She's left her door open.
She certainly has. Well, I guess I better go up and close it. She'll be disturbing the whole circus lot.
I shouldn't wonder. Gee, she certainly can snore, can't she? Sounds like a trumpet or something. Well, we gotta go this way. Come on, Ryder.
Yeah, see you later, both of you.
Say, don't forget to bring back Clara's scissors when you're through.
No, I won't. But I gotta get some important business with these scissors done myself first. Isn't that just like her to leave the door wide open? Cried herself to sleep, that's what she did. Well, can't imagine anything more convenient than that. Not if I managed it myself. Lucky she's making so much noise. Doggone these wooden floors. Now, she just won't wake up till I give her the trimming that she needs. I'll get even with her for once in my life. Oh. There. I guess that does it. I sure hope she likes herself without that beard of hers. Guess I got rid of that all right. Now, if I can just get out and close that door. Oh, gee, Phew, that did it. I didn't even have time to pick up those scissors. That sure is bad luck. I just got to get those scissors.
Help! Murder! Help! I've been robbed!
Oh, say, she's awake. She must have found out her beard's got off. I better get out of here and quick.
Jerry of the Circus. Now for Jerry of the Circus.
Hello, Jerry. Why do you worry so much, eh? It is not that you are hungry.
Oh, hiya, Carmen. No, You see, I saw the flag was up, and so I just thought I'd drop around and say hello to everybody.
Oh, you grow up like my two brothers, always liking to kid. But listen, Jerry, I have good news.
You have? What is it?
I get another note on the same kind of paper.
No. And you call that good?
But this is different. This time the note say... But look, I show it to you.
Say, so that's it. Someone was only kidding you. I don't mind saying they had me fooled.
Yes, a joke is all right, but not when you make it so serious. I have not yet showed these to Carlos and Alfredo, but I think they not think it's so funny.
Well, I should say not. Especially kidding about putting acid on your wire. Or that you must leave the circus or something will happen to you.
I wish I know who do this. But I guess maybe something happened, so they have another heart, yes?
You mean a change of heart?
Yes.
You're probably right. I suspect there's something behind all this, though, and I have an idea about it, but as long as it's all right now, I guess I'd better keep my suspicions to myself.
Always like a detective, yes. You know, Jerry, I think when you grow up, if you get tired of the circus, you can be a great detective, eh?
I shouldn't wonder. Well, here's your note. Say, what did you do? Spill water on it?
How do you mean, water?
Oh, see where the ink is blotted?
No, it come like that.
Really? See, that's funny. Looks like someone was crying or something.
Oh, you see, you cannot help to think always of, how you say, clues.
I know, but it does look that way, doesn't it? All smudged and streaked.
Maybe it rained.
Well, it hasn't rained for a week.
Oh, you win, Jerry. Those are tears, I am sure.
Say, I wonder what Jason and Bunce are so happy about. Hey, what's the joke, Jason?
Jerry, just wait till you hear this. Oh, hello, Carmen.
Hello.
It's really a riot, isn't it, Bump?
Yes, it is funny, but it's tragic, too.
How do you mean? Funny? Sad? What kind of a joke is this?
Oh, we're just trying to be mysterious, Carmen. But really, this is terribly funny.
Oh, hurry up. What happened?
Well, you all know the bearded lady.
But yes.
Well, my dear friends, she is no more.
What?
What did you say?
Hey, what's this all about?
Oh, Jason, I'm ashamed of you talking like this, joking about
but what I say is the truth. Our dear friend, the bearded lady, is no longer the bearded lady.
Jason, what on earth are you talking about?
It's a long story, my friends, but to be brief and to the point, or shall I say, to cut it short, it seems that the bearded lady has been robbed.
Robbed? You say she is no longer the bearded lady? And you laugh? Then you pretend to be sad? Jason, I no understand you this evening.
All right, I'll put it this way. When is a bearded lady not a bearded lady?
That's simple. When she hasn't got a beard.
Good boy. That's it.
What? Say, you don't mean that...
Yes, Jerry, that's it. She's lost her beard.
No. But how could she?
She no got her beard? Oh, the poor lady.
It was really tragic. And was she mad? She practically raised the roof, threatened to get even with whoever did it.
You mean to say she didn't cut it off herself?
What, do you think a woman who earns her living because she has a fine beard would deliberately cut it off herself?
No, that's what makes it seem so funny. Say, may I have some ketchup?
But how? How do such a thing happen?
Well, that's what nobody knows. She says she was asleep, and then suddenly she heard a noise, a click or something, and then her door slammed shut. And she got up in a hurry and happened to catch sight of herself in the mirror, and that's when she screamed.
Well, I've been with circuses all my life, and I've never heard of such a thing happening before.
Well, has she come to dinner yet?
No, and she won't. She said she'd never face any of us again.
Well, what's she doing now, I wonder?
I don't know. But I got a hold of Randall, and he's talking to her.
Say, I'll bet Mr. Randall will be plenty upset.
Well, he certainly will be. She's not much good to him without a beard. She's not very good company when everything's all right. I can imagine she'll be impossible to get along with now.
But do you think Mr. Randall will keep her, Jason?
Your guess is as good as mine.
But who on earth could have cut off her beard?
Looks like you've got a new mystery, Jerry.
Good night.
Yeah, what's the matter, Jerry?
Nothing. I just happened to think of something.
Good. Here comes Mr. Randall now. We can all get the dope.
Yeah. Well, good evening, Sam.
Hello, folks.
Hello.
No, I'm not going to sit down. I've got too much on my mind. Jerry, I'd like to talk to you.
Yes, of course, Mr. Randall.
I think we'd better go outside. Excuse us, folks.
Well, of course.
Sure.
Don't tell me you're going to miss your dessert, Jerry.
Looks like it. And tonight's ice cream night, too.
Hurry up, Jerry. I'm pretty busy.
Yes, Mr. Randall, I'm coming.
I wouldn't do this if it weren't pretty serious, Jerry.
Yes, sir. But I don't know what this is all about.
You will as soon as we're outside. There, now we can talk. This is between us, and there's no need for the rest of the circus folks to know all about it.
But what is
Jerry,
it?
do you know anything about what happened to the bearded lady?
Why, yes, sir. Jason was just telling us.
Oh, yes, of course. I suppose everyone will know about it in another hour. But do you know the rest of the story?
Why, no. What do you mean?
Jerry, did you have anything to do with this?
Well, Mr. Randall, what are you talking about?
You're sure you didn't do this thing as a joke or a prank?
Why, of course not.
I'm certainly relieved to hear you say that, Jerry. And I want to believe you. But there's something about this thing that seems to involve you.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, needless to say, the bearded lady is pretty hysterical at the moment. However, while I was talking to her, I noticed a pair of scissors on the floor.
Oh.
You know about them?
Well,
What is this, Jerry? You do know something about this.
No, honest, I don't, Mr. Randall.
Well, you might as well tell me right now. After all, I recognize those scissors as the type that Clara uses. I've just come from talking to her.
Oh, you mean she told you she lent me some today?
Yeah. So, you see, I know all about that.
But, Mr. Randall, I didn't...
All right, Jerry. It's possible that it just happens those scissors are similar. You give me the pair you borrowed, and you'll be clear of all suspicion.
But, I can't right away. I'll get them for you, though.
All right.